Traders, this is the Crypto Cowboy. Welcome to Elliott Wave Cafe. In today's YouTube video, I'm going to talk about how to use the Trend Fib Extension tool into the TradingView software. So let's just go over to the charts and take a look. So I'm going to take a blank chart. We're going to start with a very simple impulsive wave count. I'm going to talk about impulsive waves today, and the most common one that you have out there. So we have motive waves. You have motive waves, you have impulse, and then you have diagonals. We'll talk about the impulse wave today. So you'll get wave 1. And then you have wave 2, you have wave 3, you have wave 4, and then you have a wave 5. So you see something like this in the market and you're thinking about, okay, how to use this tool that can help me identify, how far some of these waves are actually potential to travel, and where can we get some targets into this market. So what you do is you go up here to the left and you take you open up this icon right here, and then you go down and you see the Trend Based Fib Extension, and you kind of click on it and you go and you start to measure. So basically I'm just going to do it here to the right. You have to have 3 touching points to have this to make this work. So you're going to start from example somewhere at the lows here, you go up and then you pull it down, and then you see that you have a bunch of fib numbers that are starting to be projecting up here to the high. So if you go into this one and you go up in the settings, you'll notice that you can start to play with all these numbers. So what I do is I pick up the most common ones. So I pick the 618, I pick the all the golden ratios here, 618, 1618. You can go to 2618, you can go with the 1, you can do double, so you can go with the 2, you can go the 127 extension. So you can pick up all these numbers that you want from here, and based on what you're looking at, you're going to be able to get a lot of use out of all of these. So I'm just going to keep the most common ones on there, and then so let's go back. All right, so let's say that you wanted to find out how far the wave 3 is likely to travel. So you take your tool basically, so let me just delete it again. So you go up here to the left and you just press on it. So you start at the bottom of the wave 1 and you want to see how far wave 3 is likely to travel. The most common relationship between wave 1 and wave 3, it's a multiple of 161.8. So if you take the tool from here, you go up to the top of the wave 1. So you just follow. You don't have to go necessarily with the cross right there at the top. So you just have to follow this horizontal line. So you place it up at the top there, and then you pull up to the right so you can see the lines a little bit better, and then you drag it all the way down the horizontal line to the bottom of the wave 2. So right now you can see how the market, the tool starts to give you projection of how high this wave can go. For example, into my trading, if I was to trade something like this, I'm looking for a minimum projection where I go at least for 100%. So if wave 1 travels about this much, then I pull this fib tool down here at the wave 2, and I'm looking for at least 100% between wave 1 and wave 3, which comes, let's say in this case, to about 12,140, whatever. It doesn't matter the number. But then the most common relationship is the 1618. So you want to see this wave 3 travel all the way up to here. Now, while keeping this tool in place, what you can also do, let's say that you get a 4th wave, and now you're looking to see how far this 5 wave can travel. So you almost want to look, hey, how can I pick a top in this market, be the smartest guy out there, and find out how far this wave 5 is likely to travel. So for a market like this, where wave 3 it's not super extended, it just travels, let's say 161.8 multiple of this wave 1, then you're looking for this wave 5 to actually travel at about 38.2 multiple of wave 1 through 3, or 618 multiple of wave 1 through 3. So what you do is you take your tool, so let me just delete that, and you go and you get a tool again, and you start at the bottom of the wave 1, and now you have the wave 3 is already done because you're starting to do already the 4th wave, and you're thinking wave 4 could be over. So you take your tool from the origin of the wave 1 all the way to the top of the wave 3 again, and you place an horizontal line right there. Okay, and now you start to drag this down and you come all the way to the bottom of the wave 4. So remember, you have to have a 4th wave complete before you can actually start to target what the wave 5 is. So the most common relationship is 38.2. So I'm going to go here and go in the settings. I'm going to look for the 38.2, which is here, and then that's where you look for the wave 5 to travel. So anywhere between, and I'm going to go and try to find my little marker on here, but anywhere in between these areas here, between 38.2 and 618, this is a zone where this wave 5 can travel. where you have a regular third wave advance. So this is what you're targeting. Now, and I made I made a lesson about also when you have a fib multiple. So what I do then is I'm trying to find out, for example, if I can start to line up some of these fib zones and get myself a cluster of fibs, for example, up into this area. So let me just show you how that works. So you take the tool again, and let me just kind of get rid of my marker. So you go and you just press it again, and now I'm looking to see, what am I going to get equality, for example, between wave. I know, from learning Elliott Wave that another target for a fifth wave is equality with wave 1. So you start again, and you start at the bottom of this wave 1 right there, okay, and then you go up again to the top of the wave 1. And now what you want to do is you want to project and see how far this fifth wave. Now, where does the fifth wave start? So the fifth wave starts right here at the bottom of this fourth wave. So my line has to go all the way up there again on top of the other line from the previous fib. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put it to the right here just so it makes things a little bit clearer. But you go at the bottom of the wave 4 and you overlap it right there, and that gives you wave 1. So now you have two zones, and then you have two targets. Let me just kind of take my marker again, but now you're watching this 38.2, you're watching the 618, and you're also watching number 1 here. Okay, so what this gives you up here is it gives you equality with this wave 1 starting from the fourth wave. So equality comes about right up there. Okay, so now you start to have a cluster of zones where you think the market would travel, and this example starts to be a little bit better looking than this whole place all the way up here into the 618. Now remember, every time you do Elliott Wave, you have to have a complete structure. So besides using this fib extension tool, you also have to make sure that within this 5 wave you have 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And by the moment you start to see that some of these zones get attacked, combined with the 5 wave structure in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then you start to pinpoint with pretty good accuracy atop of this fifth wave. And then obviously you have to look for confirmation, but that's a different discussion. So this is how you're actually targeting, and you have a fib zone cluster by using this awesome tool that you have in TradingView. And every software has it, but I saw a lot of people kind of using it wrong, so I'm here to kind of show you how this works and how how nice you can actually use this. So let me just delete it, and I'm going to show you a couple of other ones. Just delete this, and I'm going to show you what you do in case wave 1 is extended. So let me just kind of delete this. I'm going to go take the tool again here. I mean just the wave counting, and let's say that you're ending up having a wave 1 that's extended. So you have a wave 1 extended, you have a wave 2, then you have a wave 3, and then you have a 4 up here, and then you have a small 5, right? Because every time you have an extended wave 1, the wave 3 and the wave 5 are not going to be that big. So how do you use the tool when you have something like this? Well, you have to know the relationships between the waves, and I'll put a link to my other video, but you have to know this fib rules based on the length of wave 1, the length of wave 3, or the length of wave 5. So in this case, if wave 1 is extended, you take your tool and then you start at the bottom of the wave 1 and you measure all the way up here to the top of the wave 1. And the most common relationship when wave 1 is extended for the move between wave 2 and the top of wave 5, it's 618. So you're going to take this, pull it all the way down to here to the bottom of the wave 2, and now this wave 5, more times than not, it will travel all the way up here into the 618. The reason is because the market will not have enough power to travel since you have such an extended wave 1. So that's how you use this to kind of identify how far this wave 5 can go. Now remember, this wave 5 cannot go too much, because then this wave 3 will become the shortest wave in a sequence, and then we're breaking rules and guidelines and all that. So that's no good. So this is another one that you can use. Now let me show you, for example, when you have an extended third wave. So when you have an extended third wave, the most common relationship is the 618 and the wave and equality with wave 1. So you're looking at this. We're going to go here. You go a wave 1. You go, sorry, let me just get my wave here. So you're going to go wave 1, wave 2, and then you have an extended third wave on here. Then you have a 4, and then you have a 5. So how do we know that this is extended? Usually wave 3, when they're extended, they travel about 261.8%. So let's just measure and see where that takes us. I'm going to go get the tool. So let's see where 2618 is. So you go to the top of the wave 1, then you come to the bottom of this wave 2, and let me just put it up on there. So I'm going to go find it, and it's right here. I'm just going to make it white. So we're good now. Okay, so you have the 2618, it's up into this level. So let's say that wave 3 travels all the way up there, then you have wave 4, and then you have wave 5. Again, you need to know the relationships and what to expect. From this fifth wave, once you have an extended third, and the way you do it is, now you're looking for equality between wave 1 and wave 5, or you're looking for 618 between wave 5 and wave 1. So what you do is you start here at the wave 1 low, you measure wave 1 first, okay, and then you take your tool and extend it all the way up here to the bottom of the wave 4. So now this gives you the two targets, right? You're going to have, let me just take my marker, but you're going to have one of the target is going to be the 618, which is very, very common, and the other target is going to be equality. So anywhere in between, this is the sweet spot of this fifth wave when this wave 3 is extended, okay? And this is when you can expect, again, you have to measure this to be in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's going to give you, with pretty good accuracy, again, targets for a fifth wave. So now the only one that's left, it's going to be how you're going to measure if you have an extended fifth wave. So that's another one that we can do. So I'm going to go here and measure again. So you're going to have wave 1 here, you're going to have wave 2, and then you're going to have wave 3, which is a little shorter but longer than wave 1, and then you have wave 4 here, and then you have an extended fifth wave. So the most common relationship that you have on here is you're going to have about 161.8 multiple of the distance traveled between wave 1 and wave 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and go at the bottom of the wave 1. You're going to take it all the way up here to this wave 3, and then you're going to pull it at the bottom of the wave 4. So now the most common relationship for an extension of the wave 5 is this level right here, 1618. So every time you're seeing extensions in the fifth wave, and because sometimes the counts will be a little bit different, and that comes with practice and experience. So you can have a 1, 2, and then another 1, 2, but this all depends on the shape of the second wave, guidelines of alternation and all that for us to identify if it's a 1, 2, 1, 2, or if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But for the purposes of today's discussion, you want to measure this fifth wave, and what you need to know is that you need to measure between the bottom of the wave 1 to the top of the wave 3 and multiply that from the origin of the wave 5, and that has to travel 161.8 or 1618. Okay, so that's how you target, different fifth wave tops and third waves by using this awesome tool that's called the Trend Based Fib Extension. And obviously you can apply this to your corrective patterns as well. Maybe I'll do another video on that where you have your ABCs and then you have your WXYs. Those most of the time goes towards equality, but there's special relationships between those as well. So again, thanks everybody for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave any comments you have below. Hit the like button and the notification bell just so people can know about this content. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.